the machine.
Ask our viewers.
We are
Transmitting.
All right, let's try this again. Jack Pilgrim, Zack Geoghegan, you know the drill. Long night, 9 p.m. tip.
Let's do it.
Jeremiah Wilkinson, the whole thing. We got a good little minute's worth before this.
If you know, you know. If you saw the last 30-second video, you know.
Stream killed again.
We'll see how long this one goes.
All right, how we feeling? Vibes, yada yada yada.
Georgia. They not a good team right now. Losing a lot of their games. So was it 5 of their last 6 they've lost?
Yes.
We're already
the last 2 by double digits because of Jeremiah Wilkinson being out.
And they were already kind of on a downward trajectory before he went out, but he's back. He's their leading scorer. We said that he shoots the ball a lot. Does not shoot the ball well, particularly.
There we go.
Blue, I like it. Wilkinson is like 37% shooter in the SEC right now, 31% from 3. So he's not exactly been on fire as of late going into, I don't know what his injury was or how bad it was. Obviously,
they never really said anything about it.
Yeah, because it was only a 2-game thing, so obviously not. Of course he plays for Kentucky, or gets back up for that game. But you got your usual suspects for Georgia. You got Blue Kane, of course, who's just cannot buy a bucket right now in the SEC, which you know what that means. You know what that means. 5 for 8 from 3 incoming.
How dare you?
Well, if Kentucky's not going to guard Clapshar for 5 for 11, they better guard Blue Kane tonight after how that went in Gainesville. Yeah. But Santos Surreal, another familiar face.
Former signee.
2.5 blocks a game in SEC play. He's just kind of a manimal down there, like kind of your, I don't know, more rim protecting version of Chinyalu, kind of.
Yeah.
Just in the fact that they're both massive dudes.
6'11",
huge frames.
260.
Yeah, it's just like built like, I don't know, whatever word you want to use for that.
A crap brick house.
That's what I was going for, but I didn't know, the PC term for it. So, yes, Georgia, they desperately need a win right now. Mike White could really use one going into what they had, we're in the final 2 or 3 weeks of the season right now. They're on bubble talk right now, bubble watch. So they need this game more than most teams, but Kentucky cannot afford to lose quad 2 games right now. They only have 2 quad 2 games left on the regular season schedule. This is one of them. One of those games that you have to win more so than the ones like against Florida, where you can kind of live with that a little bit. Kentucky, still kind of gave a good effort in that one. Got to win this one, though.
Yeah, this game, I think fans left the Gainesville loss going, hey, we're fine if you take care of business. You take care of business against Georgia, and then you go to Auburn and win that one. I think they were comfortable trading out the weekend loss for the 2-0 stretch.
He was doing an L's up, and I gave him a peace sign.
Ew.
Why's a Louisville fan walking in here?
Get out of it. Oh, but Louisville fans give us hell for showing up and wearing Kentucky gear in their building. Look at that guy. Loud noises. So yeah, I think the fan base felt reasonably okay leaving that game at Florida, but needed.
Those are some inebriated children.
Yes,
right.
Go Cats!
There it is. Nice. We'll take it. Oof, we're getting this is these 9:00 tips on a Tuesday night.
What else are you gonna do? I mean, you just sit around and drink all day and then go to a basketball game. So
we're on our 4th and 5th each.
I think when you win 8 of 9, the fan base feels healthy. You go into a game where it's like, all right, this is a championship contender. Florida playing as well as anybody in the SEC, anybody in college basketball, but SEC especially. Mm-hmm. You're comfortable losing that one if they take care of business tonight.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah, there are only 2 quad 2 games left. So, yes, definitely have to win this one. And it should be, betting odds highly in Kentucky's favor. All the advanced analytics favor Kentucky here. Wilkinson is, he had the break, but he's also still kind of coming back, maybe a little bit rusty, so you got to account for that as well. Cannon Catchings is another guy that can really light up the scoreboard for them as well. So they have some threats, some guys that can put up some points. It's just a matter of will they be efficient or not, because they haven't necessarily been the most efficient team. Oddly enough, they're the worst offensive rebounding. In terms of, they allow more offensive rebounds.
Yes, a horrible defensive rebounding team, amazing offensive rebounds.
Yes, they allow a bunch of offensive rebounds, so that's something to keep an eye on. Mo Diabate, Malachi Moreno, especially Malachi Gurdon, 11-11 against Florida, and their bigs, especially dealing with foul trouble and all that. You expect him to kind of do the same thing tonight, have another big performance there. Mo Diabate as well. I think Brandon Ramsey, our friend Brandon Ramsey, says that this is a Georgia team that likes to do a lot of zone, so we might see some zone defense out of them as well. Goodness gracious. We're having fun out here tonight or something like that. But, so there's some weird factors to this game that should play out in Kentucky's advantage. You just don't want to let someone like Cannon Catchings or Blue Kane get hot because they can really make life difficult on you.
But Blue Kane is shooting, over his last 3 games, 42% from 3. So he's 22% overall in SEC play. Started out 0 for 15, and I think 3 of his first 26 or something. Just unbelievably horrible start shooting. Yeah. But starting to pick back up. You can't catch yourself in the same Xavier Lee kind of deal where you trust the numbers. rely on them to go under on screens, give him, all right, well, we gotta find some types of advantages. Let's go ahead and give Blue Kane threes. You can't do that tonight.
Not
Blue is playing very well here as of late. Pace is a big talking point. A top 10 team in terms of tempo, in terms of pace, in terms of possession length. How do you think that will impact how Kentucky plays? This is a team that gets up and down the floor, likes to get in track meets, and also likes to fire away threes, and they miss a ton of them.
They do miss a ton of them, yes. They take a bunch of threes and miss a lot, but that'll play right in Kentucky's favor. That's what Kentucky wants to do. They score a lot of their points in transition, so Kentucky, I think, will happily let them play in that type of game where it's quick-paced, back and forth, getting up and down the floor. That usually benefits Kentucky, especially when you got Ortega and Colin Chandler trying to slash and get to the rim. They're generally pretty good out in transition as well. So that should, I think the play style should at least benefit Kentucky and kind of swing in their favor there. But, the one thing that's going to worry you is just the random hot night from Georgia. So I think the good thing
is... And they're capable.
I mean,
they have proven that they can do it. It's just not too often.
But when you have the Florida game where you've got Xavier Lee, who was not shooting well at all coming into that, playing a little bit better, but not shooting well at all.
21% SEC play.
Letting him go off was kind of a disappointment, but they held Boogie Flan, so those two can counteract each other. But then when Clapshar goes 5 for 11, that's the factor there where you cannot let that happen. You can't let their best shooter. So it's... But Millender, I think I need to double-check his name. Millender and Catchings are their two guys. They shoot over 10 threes a game.
Smurf is his nickname. Millender. Smurf.
Is he blue, or
he goes by Smurf?
Blue Canes. Okay.
Yeah.
Those guys shoot over 10 threes a game combined.
I think it's because he's 5'11", but...
He shoots a bunch, and he's probably, he's their best passer as well. Like a lot of their guards will like to turn the ball over. But, so they have some weapons. I just don't think that any of them are better than Kentucky's necessarily.
Yeah, it's one of those, it kind of feels in the ballpark of Texas, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, where they are losable games. Like, there is a chance that Kentucky falls short and doesn't, if they're not focused, if they let the 9 p.m. kind of sleepy start affect them, they can lose this basketball game. But if they go out and they show up and they play focused and they play with intention, this is a game that you should be able to win.
Yeah, and I think when I was looking at some of Georgia's past results, like even without Wilkinson, they score a lot of points, or they allow a lot of points. Yeah. They allow a lot of points and they score a lot of points. So
90.3 for the 7th best scoring offense in college basketball.
There you go. So, yes, they can put up a lot of points. Like you said, they like to run up and down the floor. But again, I think that benefits Kentucky. They have the better players, the better talent. So eventually, that should just kind of shift in Kentucky's favor as the game goes along. Maybe it plays out in Georgia's favor the first half. But I think we all kind of at this point feel confident, especially against a team like Georgia, that Kentucky can overcome any sort of weird deficit that might happen in the first half. But I am kind of expecting a high-scoring game. I think I'm going to see it played in the high 80s, maybe low 90s. That'd be fun, at least just for all of us, because we're going to be here until 11:25 is when the game's going to end. So it'd be nice to have a little bit excitement throughout the game. Maybe go over 10 threes. Let's make over 10 threes tonight. See if we can get some of that going.
It is a chance. I mean, that is the story of the game. They give up a ton of threes. They play a pace that allows for the up and down nature to fire up a lot of threes. So this is a chance for the Colin Chandlers of the world. He 5 of 7 down there in Gainesville, his career night. Can he match that? Can he continue to pick up where he left off? Otega Owe.
I feel pretty good about Colin Chandler right now.
Oh man, he's on a different planet right now. Otega Owe had one of his worst performances among the this unbelievable SEC Player of the Year stretch. Can he start making shots and kind of build back some? Ironically, he went 3 of 13 in Athens last year in that ugly loss down there, 4 of 14 over the weekend. So it kind of feels like both things play in his favor, that this could be an Otega Owe game. But any Andrea Jelovic game potentially to hit some shots. Who can emerge among the shooters of the group that could have a big night tonight?
Well, see, I wasn't going to go with the shooters. I was going to go with Malachi. Just in terms of him having a big game or big opportunity for him.
3 straight, Tennessee, Florida, and 3rd straight at Santo Cyril.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's done really well in the last 2 against big physical front courts, guys that like to attack the glass and everything. So he did well against Tennessee, against Florida in those games. I'm kind of just expecting him to kind of do. I mean, Santo is almost like on another level in terms of even more so than Chinyelu, in terms of just how massive and strong they are. So, but I thought Malachi handled that well. So I'd like to. I'm very interested to see how he handles that again tonight. Jelovic, it feels like it's 2 good plays and then 2 bad plays with Jelovic right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get maybe string along 3 or 4 good plays, then maybe do 1 bad play and see if we can get him pushing. Because I do think we're at a point right now with Jelovic where it's he's starting, and I think he at least the advanced stats and the advanced numbers kind of say that he's helping the team win. But sometimes when you're watching, you're like, man, he's just step slow on defense. Yeah, step or two slow on defense, and sometimes just takes some shots that, like, it'd be nice if they went in, but when they don't, you're like, oh my gosh, why'd you shoot that one? So I feel like we're getting to a point with him where it's like, okay, you kind of need a breakthrough from him, or else, I mean, hell, I don't think he'll ever lose his starting spot, but like Mo Diabate, he continues to come in and make clutch plays at the right time, and maybe that's just a better role for him off the bench in that way anyways, and Jelavic just preferred, like, that's just how that chemistry will work better, is having Jelavic as the starter. But I do think we're kind of getting to a point with Jelavic where it's like, all right, man, we need you to have a breakthrough game, so this would be a nice opportunity for that to happen, because I don't think, like, I mean, I don't really know who is Georgia's 4-man. Like, if Sompto's the 5, and then they got their 3 guards, Catchings
is kind of their small ball 4.
Yeah, their small ball 4. So, like, it could be a weird matchup for him. I guess that'll be an interesting one to follow, though, Jelavic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to Parlor Pizza. Shout out Parlor Pizza. Our live remote tomorrow, as sources say, 5 p.m.
Plug it.
Harrisburg Road location. Man, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. If you're watching this, make sure you come join us.
Jack is scared out of his mind that no one's going to show up. Show up, please.
Be there for
I'm going to go there. I'll be the only person there in the front row.
Be there for me. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. Hopefully we're celebrating a big-time Kentucky win. But before that, we have to share our Parlor Pizza pregame predictions.
Let's serve up some picks.
Sir, you did. You fit it in.
I wanted to fit
there
it
we
in,
go.
yeah.
How are we feeling? What's the vibe?
I kind of already forget my score on KSR that I did, but I know I had Kentucky like 90. I think I had like a 91-81 Kentucky victory. Like I said, I do expect a high, fast-paced game. I mean, maybe they'll try and slow it down, maybe break out some more zone defense. Georgia will, and see if Kentucky can knock down enough threes to win. We'll see how it all plays out, but I do kind of expect a high-scoring game. We got a nice shout out there from some fans walking around. 91-81, and I think my MVP is. Yes, sir. That is Jack.
Go Cavs, baby.
Oh my God, that's my name too. Thank you.
You hear that?
That's my first time.
It's a groove of he goes on his own 8-0 run at some point tonight.
I love a good Jasper Johnson 8-0 run because they do kind of come out of nowhere and they're always fun. Mm-hmm. Like the way he gets his 8 points is going to be something ridiculous. You might have another step back 3 that banks in and then a couple dipsy doos. I love a Jasper Johnson dipsy do in the lane. I really do.
Denzel Aberdeen said kind of keep an eye on the Jasper dynamic. So Denzel called a shot yesterday.
Okay, yeah. Maybe he's got some beef with Blue Cane.
Ooh.
They can go out there and go head to head.
I have beef with Blue Cane. I don't have beef with Parlor Pizza.
Somebody shoot off fireworks? What is today? Yesterday was President's Day, right? Do they shoot off fireworks or maybe
Mardi Gras? I bet that's what it is.
Sure.
Shout out Friends of Cole as well. They always keep the light. That light right there is powered by Friends of Cole. So shout out shout out Friends of Cole. We're going to get our butts inside, see if those are fireworks or gunshots. They may be both. Maybe we'll just go run toward the action. I've always been told to whenever danger like that comes, we just got to.
You got to see what good content,
of course, for sure. Yeah, anything for the brand.
Yeah.
For Jack Pilgrim, for Zack Geoghegan, for Stephen Peak, and all these Kentucky fans here, we will see you next time, and hopefully be celebrating here in 2-ish hours after the fact.
3.
Big time Kentucky dub. Be there tomorrow. Parlor Pizza. Sources say live remote 5 p.m.